in the sprawling town of Norton. Both games starting at the same time, because these are the last group games. The Hart Stadium and Waterfalls Harare. Eswatini beginning with a 3-0 defeat to Comoros, missing an early penalty and struggling to create chances, but steadied with a goalless draw against Zimbabwe. Very well organized side. They are.
Please stand for the national anthem of Eswatini. And now the national anthem of Mozambique.
The national anthems, that's moments of pride of all players, coaches and fans alike. Most of these youngsters are carrying not just their jerseys, but the hopes of their nations. Eswatini taking on Mozambique. We are bracing up for kickoff here at the Hart Stadium and Waterfalls. Who is going to walk out the victors here? Remember, it's delicately poised in this group. If Eswatini wins, they take their tally to 4, and away from here at Ngoni Stadium, also another delicately poised encounter. If Zimbabwe wins there, also take their tally to 4, and all teams will be fair and square. So Mozambique need nothing than 3 points here. Referee of the afternoon, Godfrey Nkanganana of Malawi, Larenion Miladera of Madagascar, and Hara Mokwena of South Africa. The fourth is Labalalang Mokete of Lesotho. And the match commissioner, Masia Nyasulu of Malawi. They are in charge of these games. And in the VAR room, video assistant referee Brighton Chimene of Zimbabwe, assisted by Alex Lumponjani of Namibia. So, yeah, I got a toss here to see who's going to start with the center and also choosing of the side. One go and to the suburb of Waterfalls. The other one is the city end. Just a couple of kilometers from the city center, the central business district, to the Hart Stadium here in Waterfalls. I think it's around 6 kilometers. Yeah, nothing more than that. I'm sure you can see That big picturesque square in the background. And these are the teams starting with Eswatini, Luyanda Ndlovu, Luyanda Mate, Bule Maseko, Bayanda Terence, Gabita Jele, Mazwamalhe Gad, and Sibahle Zlatani. This is the first 11 of Eswatini, and they'll be playing in that 5-3-2 formation. Really putting in the numbers at the back. Yeah, Bettina up front, but hey, if it works, why not? This is how they are lining up and their tactical list there. For Mozambique, this is how they are lining up. Ricardo Vilanculos in goal. Alana Pereira, Vieira, Amon Jonas. There's also a place of Joaquim and Diego Elias as well in a 4-4-2 formation up top. Sergio and Lazaro leading the line there for Mozambique, already on 4 points. 1 goal they scored in this tournament, but we'll see if they can increase that tally. It's been an amazing tournament. We saw some beautiful goals, plenty of them here at the Hart Stadium. So yeah, we're going to see before we conclude the matches tomorrow. We've got 2 matches here to conclude the action that will be happening from the Hart Stadium. But in this match, are we going to see any goals? That's the biggest question. Yesterday, we had some big goals that we saw, but we are underway here at the Hart Stadium in Waterfalls, Eswatini, and Mozambique. Action from Group A, and it has in the balance there. 90 minutes here could decide who stays on the road to Morocco 2026 and the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Qatar. Eswatini have never qualified for the CAF Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. This is their chance to change that history. Mozambique were COSAFA runners-up in 2018 and 2020 and made their continental debut in 2019. So Mozambique looking to start the better in this first half here. Jangling of nerves from these youngsters. Oh, nice turn. On to the near side now, and the shot will come. Eswatini, Gabita Jele. Ricardo Vilanculos, the Mozambique goalkeeper, he hasn't conceded in this tournament. 1-0 win over Zimbabwe. And the goalless draw against the Comoros. In the middle of the park now. Sekou Kante pulling the strings for the young Mambas. But it's Lesotho now. Eswatini rather. Trying to get something from Kolekani Mazia on that far side. Mazia brings in the cross on the edge of the box. Slightly going over from Lesotho. Sbahle Nonjola. Eswatini twice. They have managed to break that Mozambique backline. Pascal Miambo, one of the centre backs. In midfield, they've got Diego Pelembe. As we take a second look, we'll give you that replay. A throw in on that far side for Eswatini. Young Sihlango. Valanculos, who plays for Black Bulls in Mozambique. Still has got a clean sheet in this group. Big man there, P.S. Vieira. Mozambique move forward now. Diego Pelembe wide onto the near side, picking up Shelton Sitoye, the skipper. Bit of confusion there, but picked up well by Pascal Miambo. And across come. Disappointing in the end, but good build-up though. Some of the people who are watching this game, Mozambicans applauding their team. Encouraged by what they have seen. 5 minutes gone. Swaziland nil, Eswatini rather nil, Mozambique nil. Well, they used to be known as Swaziland, but changed their name to Eswatini. Looking for a run on that far side. Whacked away by the big centre-back Glindani Dlamini. Figueiredo with a throw-in. Figueiredo. They will restart the formula from the back there. Miambo wide onto the captain, Sitoye. Good through ball. Can they conjure up something? Not really. Stays Jose. He didn't have enough speed. Jose playing as the left link. And up top, they've got Charlson Nyabanga. Bit of pressure on Vieira. A touch back to the goalkeeper, Valanculos. Figueiredo leaves it for Jose. Oh, Jose had a chance here. Yeah, broken free there was Joachim Mubai. The ball going out of touch on the far side. Let's take a second look at a chance for Mozambique as Mubai broke free. Good incisive passing from Jose. And Mubai could not punish. Free kick to Mozambique over the halfway line, which they will take quickly on to Sitoye, the skipper. Yabanga making a spirited run across the field. Vieira on to Sitoye on the near side. The skipper playing as a right back. Figueiredo. He's got options in midfield. Sitoye. He can rage forward on this far side. The big number 9 holding on to possession, Lazaro. And Eswatini pulling more numbers back to defend here. Miambo partnering Vieira in the heart of that defense with Figueiredo on the left side and Sitoye on the right. Figueiredo threaded nicely into the path of Jose. The cross and the shot, good block. There's a bit of commotion inside the area, but Mozambique determined as they come through again. And the shot will come through straight into the arms of the goalkeeper, and he spills it. Joachim Mubai thought he had opened the scoring here. Yeah, the young man knows that there is the video assistant referee, and he's signaling to the referee that please go to the video assistant referee. Here was the shot, but when that shot was taken, he was in an offside position. So there's going to be a goal check there of VAR. And the goal will not stand. So 10 minutes gone, and it's still Eswatini 0, Mozambique 0. Eswatini trying to push up with the Kolekani Mazia on that far side. They were thin in numbers, not really do much. And Mozambique enjoying toying around with Eswatini. Vilanculos has got Sitoye on the near side. A touch back to Pires Vieira. And he plays for Costa do Sol. Vieira, some future stars for the former Mozambique champions, Costa do Sol. Vieira. Stays Jose trying to use his speed to get away from his marker. Solid send-off partnership. Pascal Miambo. Figueiredo, nice fancy footwork from the left back into the box. An opportunity now, but straight down to the goalkeeper Luyanda Ndlovu. Who say thank you. Wasn't really much in that shot, but it's been Mozambique in these past 12 minutes. A throw in. The medics will come on to take a look at the goalkeeper. Ricardo, it's Luyanda Ndlovu. He's under the books of Home Affairs in Eswatini. And the Eswatini coach, Cindy Alexia Gama, trying to pass on one or two things. So the scenario in Group 1, so remember there are two games going on concurrently, all from Group A. There is a match going on at Ngoni Stadium. There it is, Comoros taking on Zimbabwe, and Comoros are in front courtesy of this goal here. So now they have put themselves in great stead of qualifying for the semi-finals. Comoros. So 1-0 to Comoros there. And if it ends like that, they will be on top of the log standings. So yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on what's going on there. Remember, coming into this game, Comoros, from the two matches they have played, they've got 4 points. Plus 3 goal difference. Zimbabwe on just a point and a -1 goal difference. And already finding themselves behind. Figueiredo. Eswatini now. Didn't really hit it the way he had wanted. So this will go out for a goal kick. Quarter of an hour gone. Eswatini 0, Mozambique 0. Sitoe for Mozambique. Swarmed by a young Sitlang, no way through. Well, some of the faces who are watching this game. Miambo finding Vieira. Spotting the run of Figueiredo, cuts inside, the cross doesn't match the quality of the run. There's a handball there by Sekou Kante. Kante plays for Associação Académica de Maputo. Get it away by Figueiredo. And a foul on Sibahle Nojola. There was that free kick, how it came about. Mazwamahle Vilakati, the skipper, will take this free kick. It's actually Sevilla Madzinane, and an easy one for Vilanculos.
Red ball.
The game played at some pace. Mozambique dictating the pace here. Figueiredo. Can't beat his marker, but in the end, getting a throw in. Eswatini began their journey here at this edition of the AFCON qualifiers with a 3-0 defeat to Comoros, missing an early penalty and struggling to create chances, but steady it with a goalless draw against Zimbabwe. They are well organized defensively and will look to frustrate Mozambique with striking on the counter. This is their game plan, as they're sitting back, absorbing everything that Mozambique is throwing at them. Bayanda Magagula will take the throw in for Eswatini. Gula. He's Magagula with clearance, but will not trouble Vilanculos. 20 minutes gone. Nothing much really in terms of scores. It's still goalless between Eswatini and Mozambique. Mozambique enjoying the lion's share of possession here. And just an update after 20 minutes again. The game that's on at Ngoni Stadium. Comoros is still leading Zimbabwe by a 1-0. Well, for Mozambique, the 3 points they got, they edged Zimbabwe 1-0 in their opener. Charlson Nyabanga, he is in here. They played a cagey goalless draw with Comoros. So they are unbeaten. Defensively, disciplined and hard work to break down. They're very difficult to beat. But they need a spark up front to seal qualification today. As things stand already, Comoros in the driving seat. A bit of the tournament nuggets. 12 matches played so far, and a total of 38 goals scored. And the leading scorer at the moment is Tandanani Mhlongo of South Africa. First player to score a hat-trick. We saw him yesterday. But he's not the only one with a hat-trick. But he was the first one, but he leads with 4 goals. James Lumbe of Malawi and Paulo Luvumbo of Angola have got 3 goals each. Is what is happening. Still, Mozambique press, Sitoye. And touch back to Vieira. Figueiredo. Seems like he's the driving creative force on that far side. Figueiredo. And the ball launched into the path of the skipper Sitoye. Just too much weight on it. That was a push by Sitoye. This is going to be a free kick to the young Sesango, who are chasing their first win of the tournament. And yeah, you might say a victory today, coupled with another victory for Zimbabwe, could keep their Morocco 2026 dreams alive. But so far, doesn't look like that. Oh, they have given it away. What can Mozambique do now? Into the box, and the big number 9, Lazaro, bringing it down nicely. Still, they keep it. Jose Lazaro. Lazaro was calling for it. But Charleston Yabanga, 1 goal to his name. Had other ideas. There is Charleston Yabanga with the cross. Luyanda Ndlovu. Good catch. The technical group, technical study group for COSAFA. Sitoy. He's looking for a run there. Joaquim Mubai taking time to release Miyambo onto Vieira. Oh, this tournament is more than just bragging rights. It's a gateway to continental and world youth football, where many of Africa's professionals take their first big steps. So it's just not a tournament, but they are dreams that gets fulfilled via this tournament. Corner kick. Some of the Mozambique supporters here. Figueiredo with the corner kick. 25 minutes gone. Eswatini 0, Mozambique 0. They take it short. They take it short again on the edge of the box. Eswatini is still very solid. They're only struggling when they cross the halfway line, but keeping up a very solid backline, tactically disciplined. But you just don't need to defend. You need to go forward as well. Mubai. Finding Vieira. Mubai picks it up. Well watched there. Mozambique still controlling things. Very comfortable in their defensive third. They just need to do better in that final third, where they've been found wanting. Too many chances they've gotten. Figueiredo now. Long ball. The target there was the skipper, Sitoye. Luyanda Ndlovu with a long clearance for Eswatini. Throw into Mozambique. COSAFA runners up in 2018 and 2020 and made their continental debut in 2019. So we take a second look at that foul. Miyambo was being held back by Luyanda Mate. It's been the same thing for Mozambique. Tried to go via the wing. Good wing play. But their final ball has not troubled Lesotho. They have tried to go via the middle. And again, they can't find the target. They come now, Maimba! Oh, just agonizingly going wide from Mubai. That was a good chance for Mubai. Look at him on the volley. And could not beat Ndlovu in goal for Lesotho, for Eswatini. Throw in, which Sitoya, the skipper, will quickly take. Mozambique still going. When they call Kante. Delivered a good cross. But the header in the end from Lazaro cannot find it. Vieira. He's being allowed the license to roam forward. Figueiredo gives it away this time. And Leander Mate. Offside. Silvio Madinane was way off. So we've gone more than half an hour here. Eswatini 0, Mozambique 0. It is the TOTALENERGIES U17 Africa Cup of Nations, COSAFA Qualifiers for 2025. Last Group A games, they are being played concurrently. They are the center, Zimbabwe taking on Comoros. The last we heard, Comoros were leading by a goal to 0. We've seen some good teams. Angola, one of them. They have already shown how decisive finishing can separate pretenders from contenders. No, contenders from pretenders. Will we see similar ruthlessness here? Mozambique passing the ball neatly. And they do get a free kick. And the first yellow card of the afternoon, a red card. Kabitha Jele has the yellow card. Yeah, initially he had produced the wrong card, and yeah, we were all shocked, even in the commentary box, what was going on. And here was the foul. Yeah, needless challenge there. Gabita Jele sitting on a yellow. Can Mozambique draw first blood from this free kick here? It's way off. But we have seen stranger things in football. Yeah, the routine not really worked out well. Mozambique controlling the midfield duels here. Seko Kante pulling strings in midfield alongside Diego Pelembe. Vilanculos yet to be tested by Eswatini. And they steal it again. They break on that far side. Good run by Jose. And good rally back by Eswatini. And all done, the Mozambicans. Kind of spreading it wide on to Sitoy, the skipper, on this near side. Neatly exchanging passes with Joachim Mubai. And an opportunity now! Again, flying across and going wide. Charlson Nyabanga. So confirmation of that yellow card, Gabita Jele. The only player sitting on a yellow. Ten minutes to half time. 35 gone. Eswatini nil, Mozambique nil. Mozambique have got the luxury to even push their central defenders into the half where Eswatini players are. Spirited run by one of the CPs, Pascal Miombo, but dispossessed, which they win momentarily. Well, skipper Sitaye. Figueiredo, what can he do now? Outmatched. Two players on him. He could not do much. Mozambique's strength whenever Eswatini in possession. They're quick on him. Well, Jele needs to be very careful with these fouls. Remember, he's sitting on a yellow card. Came in with that reckless challenge. Gabita Jele. And the referee just having a word with him. Maybe it's a final warning. You can see the background there. That's the city of Harare skyline. And we are in the waterfall suburb where the Hart Stadium lies. A shot! It was a good one. The goalkeeper had to parry it out. Leandro Lovo keeping Eswatini in play. So corner kick. He's got a kick far flung. This was the earlier opportunity from that free kick. Can Mozambique open the scoring from here? Joaquim Mubai. Whips it in. And good defensive work there. My Lindani Dlamini. Mubai Figueiredo. They've got their own routine for the corner kick. You always see both of them. Figueiredo. Poor cross from Figueiredo. Eswatini not offering much every time they venture up. Yeah, very thin always. Up top, Lazaro. Onto the near side, looking for Mubai. Nice cut back, Lazaro. Nothing much coming from here. Sitoe, the keeper with the cross. Much better from the goalkeeper this time around. Another corner. Figueiredo will go. And on tour like ends, you got to see Figueiredo also following there. So Figueiredo and Joaquim Mubai. Well, this time he will leave it for Mubai. Free kick. Figueiredo onto Mubai, and then that sliding challenge that came through from Lindani Dlamini. You can see Mubai hobbling because of that. 40 minutes gone. Eswatini 0, Mozambique 0. 5 minutes to half time. Of course, plus the referee's time added on. So 3 players behind the ball. Figueiredo will leave this one for Charlson Yabanga. Goes over. He's got 1 goal to his name. Their 1-0 win over Zimbabwe. Nyabanga was on target. Take a second look. Okay, that try by Nyabanga. Well, that's the Mozambique coach, Luis Manuel Guerreiro. Sitoe. Mubai. Long ball onto that far side. Picked up by Mozambique again. Vieira onto Figueiredo. Nicely done. Just coolly doing their business there. And a touch back to Vilanculos. 2 minutes to half time. Can Mozambique get the advantage before half time? Far the middle now, Diego Pelembe. But dispossessed. And Eswatini. Khan and are just failing to get past the halfway line. So 2 minutes to go at the other stadium in Norton. Zimbabwe and Comoros, it's still 1-0 to Comoros. Games being played simultaneously. These are the last group games, but it's still delicately balanced. Although Comoros, if it ends like this, they will win the group. Nyabanga, on to Figueiredo. Figueiredo. Mozambique coach, Guerreiro. Mozambique were COSAFA runners-up in 2018 and 2020. They've got the momentum in them, and they made their continental debut back in 2019. And look at how composed they are, although they are struggling in the final third. Straight at the goalkeeper. And Eswatini will put this one
Additional time, 2 minutes.
45 minutes by our clock. 2 more minutes we're going to be playing here. Eswatini just resolving to putting the ball away. Figueiredo looking for a return. Oh, good play at the back by Lesotho's Lindani Dlamini. But again, Mozambique come through. Relentlessly pursuing that goal. Nyabanga. Anyway, we'll do at this particular time for Eswatini. They want to go to the halftime breather without giving the advantage to Mozambique. So this is how that free kick came about. Sitoye, the culprit there. We're now playing the second minute of Tamareron. They need a breakthrough. These young Mambas. I'm sure they'll be told at halftime that Comoros are leading Zimbabwe by a goal to nil. They will need to pull up their socks if they want to qualify for the Under-17 Cup of Nations, to be hosted by Morocco next year. And who knows, qualifying for that grand tournament might see them earning a berth into the World Cup, which will be hosted by Qatar. So we're back underway. So that's a half-time whistle. 45 minutes of tense
Ladies
football.
and gentlemen, this is the end of the first half. The scoreline is
A single goal that we've
Eswatini
seen
0,
from the other
Mozambique
center could transform this group. Mozambique need to get something. We saw some lightning bursts from this man Figueiredo. We saw some pinpoint crosses and some stonewall defending from Eswatini. Some sizzling drives from free kicks that Mozambique got. But hey, very difficult half for the young Mambas. who were totally in control of the game. But they did everything. But scoring has been a big problem for them. So halftime here at the Hart Stadium, Group A encounter. It's Eswatini 0, Mozambique 0. Can the second half bring us goals? We have seen an avalanche of goals in the previous games that the Hart Stadium hosted.
Yes,
Well, some of the action that took place here in these first 45 minutes. Eswatini with that first try. Good try by Sbahle Nonjola, but took it over. Then it was Mozambique all over with Joachim Mubai and Charleston Yabanga, as well as Stairs Jose, running rings around Mozambique, running rings around Eswatini. And yeah, pinpoint crossing plus some stonewall defending there. These were the chances that the Mozambicans got. Mozambique, anxiety gripping in. They could have scored. Not lucky in evading them until the end of the 45. We'll see how the second 45 will be like. They got another free kick there, which was driven in by Nyabanga, but could not trouble the goalkeeper, Luyanda Ndlovu. And here was another opportunity straight down at the goalkeeper. Yeah, that was the last try by Mozambique. So end of 45 minutes. It's Eswatini 0, Mozambique 0. Mozambique controlling the proceedings here. 79% ball possession, 8 attempts, 3 on target, and 3 corner kicks as well. That has been the story of the first 45 minutes. We'll be back with the second half of this tantalizing encounter coming through live wherever you are from the Hart Stadium in Harare, Zimbabwe.
the Dizzy Challenge are powered by
Welcome back to the Hart Stadium. This nice ground owned by the local Premiership side, Yada Stars, under Prophet Walter Magaya of PhD Ministries. This is one of the two venues hosting this year's prestigious Youth Championship, and for the first time, Group A is here in Waterfalls. At half-time, it was Eswatini nil, Mozambique nil.
For Mozambique.
And the story could have been different.
Number 14, Shelton Sito comes out.
Mozambique controlling things here.
Wearing jersey number 8.
So they have made a substitution, and Sitoe, the skipper, makes way and is replaced by Valentin Pakame. They need more bodies up front to get something out of this encounter. 79 ball possession for Mozambique in the first 45 minutes. The second half, can they spice it up with some goals? We have seen an avalanche of goals in the other games played here. Angola, we saw them pumping 5. We saw South Africa as well pumping 5. But Mozambique and Eswatini struggling to light this venue up. Mozambique upping the gear, getting this corner kick in these early minutes in the second half. He comes through, chest control down, but that just was it. Nothing much. Can we see Eswatini on the counter here? Again, they are being squeezed by the Mambas. Shuffling it from right to left, wide onto that far side, and the overhead kick did not come to fruition. Miyambo rides a tackle and wins a throw-in. Now the Mozambican coach, Manuel Correia Guerreiro, we saw in the first 45 Eswatini content with just getting the ball out of their defensive third. And that was the trend. They get the ball, they take it out, and Mozambique come in with barrage of attacks. Cross onto that far side, header towards goal. Very animated, one of the assistant coaches for Eswatini. Loyanda and Ndlovu, very busy. The busy of the two goalkeepers, repelling attack after attack by the young Mambas. Figueiredo. Easy to snuff that out. Wasn't much Sbahle Nojola could have done, all alone, isolated among the young Mambas. So free kick on that far side. Cross into the box, and again Ndlovu tearing it away, but not very far. Comes back into the penalty box, but not this time. Another game going on across around 50 k's away in the sprawling town of Norton. Zimbabwe taking on Comoros. Zimbabwe trailing by a goal to nil there. Oh, the tension is really palpable. This game is crying out for a single moment of brilliance, or maybe a defensive lapse that could decide who keeps their 2026 Morocco hopes alive. I'm sure you know who probably might come up with a defensive lapse and who might come up with a moment of brilliance. How things have been going. Joaquin Mubai cuts inside. Mubai still going, but stopped dead in his tracks. Same trend all over for Mozambique. Mubai again inside the box. Poor first touch by the young Mamba. 50 gone now. The coach thinking of what to do. So with 50 minutes gone, not 166, but 50, it's Eswatini nil and Mozambique nil. Figueiredo onto that far side, looking for options. It's Pascal Miambo, and picking up Joaquin Mubai onto Miambo, knocking it back into the path of Pierre Vieira, and Figueiredo also involved in the exchanges, looking for a way to break down this stubborn Mozambique side, having issues breaking down Eswatini. Trying to fashion another attack on that far side. And picked up by Lazaro. Chief striker. Lazaro again inside the box. And some tough tackling going on in there. Nyabanga picking up Mubai. An opportunity now. Brilliant chance. Again, taking their time to hit the target. Allowing young Sihlangu to come in and close all the porous spaces. Here was Lazaro, took his time back to Nyabanga. Nyabanga could not do anything. They really need a plan to break down this stubborn Eswatini side. Well, they're taking a look at Gabita Jele. He's been rock solid. So this is that opportunity again from this angle. It looks all right. Jele. There's Figueiredo, unplayable in the first half, making forays into the enemy territory. He's playing as a left back, but more times we have seen him up top, causing all sorts of problems for Eswatini. The TOTALENERGIES Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations 2026 COSAFA qualifier. Eswatini taking on Mozambique. So much at stake here. Eswatini have never qualified for the CAF Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. This is their chance to change their history. But I'm not so sure if they will be able to change the history. So they are checking for a red card. We're going to our video assistant referee. A commotion that was inside the box earlier. We want to see if there is a possibility of a red card there. First time that the VAR system is being used at the Under-17 COSAFA tournament. We have to move with the times, hey? I'm sure it's also going to be rolled across Southern Africa. So the check has been completed. No red card. So we back underway. Pascal Miambo alongside his centre-half partnership, Pires Vieira. Inside the box and a chance here! And a block in the end. That high block that's being used by Eswatini.
Substitution for Eswatini.
Eswatini are going to make a change.
Jersey number 17, Kulekani Mazia comes out.
Kulekani
Replaced by jersey number
Mazia
19.
is going to come off, and Sam Kelly Zodube will replace him. He's Sam Kelly Zodube. Can he carry the hopes of the Sisangu? Corner kick in the meantime. Comes through, header! Right on the line. Figueiredo. Looking for Razaro. Up top. Eswatini will let that one roll. So confirmation of that substitution. And look at that earlier attempt. The goalkeeper blocking the thunderous header. He was well positioned. This game is really crying out for a goal. Eswatini, or the young Sihlangu, their journey in this tournament has been a mix of resilience and frustration. If you ask Mozambique, they will tell you how frustrated they are until now. Twice before they have reached the COSAFA Under-17 semi-finals, but they are still chasing a first ever place at the CAF Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations. But today, only a victory can keep that dream alive. The young Mambas, though, are one of the rising forces in Southern Africa football. Stays Jose onto the near side. Nyabanga, one goal to his name. Via the middle again. The newcomer, Pakame. And the hard-running Joachim Mubai. Protecting the ball, shepherding it really well. And in the process, getting this free kick here. Remember, only group winners and the best runner-up advance to the semi-finals. So there is no room for errors in this game. The cross is good. Oh, saved by the crossbar. How close was Mozambique there? Still it's in! And they will enjoy it. It's Nyabanga. His second of the tournament. The number 10. But obviously, it will be checked by the video assistant referee. This was the initial. Oh, this was the goal. He was unmarked.
A goal for Mozambique.
And he hit it first time.
Goal scorer wearing jersey number 10,
Charlson
Charles
Nyabanga.
The scoreline is Eswatini 0, Mozambique 1.
So Eswatini 0, Mozambique 1. So the battle really is now between Comoros and Mozambique in this group. Oh, the young Sitlangu. Confusion. Waiting. Who was going to take it? 60 minutes gone. Eswatini 0. Mozambique 1. TOTALENERGIES U17 Africa Cup of Nations. These are the COSAFA qualifiers. The finals will be held in Morocco in 2026. Mubai goes down in a very good position. It's going to be a free kick right there. Can they increase the tally from here?
Substitution for Mozambique.
Mozambique will be making another change.
Sekou Kante. Replaced by jersey number 5.
Sekou Kante
Machava.
will be replaced by Christophe Machava. So Kante has played his part. And Machava comes on in his place. Yeah, that's the injury to Mubai that resulted in this free kick. Loyanda Ndlovu setting up a three-man wall inside the box. And Nyabanga, Figueiredo wanted to take it short. Well, they actually took it short. Figueiredo, nothing much coming out of that. I think Mozambique can breathe a bit easier now. They got what they wanted, the score, but they need to do much more now, because this group might be decided on goal difference. Or maybe they need an opportunity again on the near side for Mozambique. Didn't have much power in the end. So in the other game, Zimbabwe have equalized. On that far side, there was the goal by Zimbabwe. They are first in this tournament. So it's 1-1 at Ngoni Stadium in that other group game that's going on concurrently with this one. So that means Mozambique now are on top of the log standings. And they would want it to remain the same. Here is Mozambique again. I'm sure this news will be welcome in their camp. As Mozambique breeze through again. The young Sihlang defending with their lives. And now they want to make another change. Johannes Matuse. It's actually Senelo Vilakati who will be coming on for Eswatini.
Substitution for Eswatini. Player wearing jersey number 8.
So
Nojola comes out.
Nojola
Replaced by jersey number 11.
will be replaced by Senelo Vilakati. A lot of Vilakatis in this side. There is also Mazwamahle, who's the skipper. There is also Sibahle, Vilakati. 3 of them in this side. 65 minutes gone. Eswatini 0, Mozambique 1. Mozambique in the driving seat in this group. Zimbabwe turning on the screws and now equalizing. And Comoros' hearts will be broken if that game ends like that. And Mozambique push forward now. Jose can't beat the heavy presence of Lindani Mgomezulu. Poor cross. Confirmation of that substitution. Sihlangu yet to get a goal. The only team in Group A who haven't scored. Eswatini. Their journey in this tournament has been a mix of resilience and frustration. But that resilience are broken by Mozambique. Was broken again by Comoros, but Zimbabwe failed to beat them. Wasted a host of chances. Ricardo Vilanculos finding Figueiredo. Mozambique on top. In this group, they are on 7 points, followed by Comoros, who are on 5. Then Zimbabwe, who are on 2. Oh, Zimbabwe have scored again. They now lead Comoros by 2-1. That was an own goal. My goodness, very unfortunate. Oh, the youngster from Comoros. But Zimbabwe will enjoy that. Leading by 2-1. But of course, they've got their eyes on what's going on this side. It'll be disappointing to know that Mozambique are in front, because they were hoping for a scenario where Eswatini would at least get a point from here. Or maybe a win would have been much better for them, because a win for Eswatini will bring Zimbabwe back into the game. But I don't see that happening. Eswatini have been disappointed, to say the least. And even if Zimbabwe wins, they will not be amongst the best placed runners-up. There's a group already that's got 2 teams on 6. That's Group B, where Malawi and South Africa are all on 6 points. Mozambique here in control, total control. Mamba's bite has been that lethal. Mobai, relentless. He'll take the throw. Bring into play the new man, Christophe Machala. The big centre back, Pires Vieira, still getting treatment outside the pitch. 70 minutes gone. Eswatini 0, Mozambique 1. 20 minutes for Eswatini to brew a shocker here. Will they be able to at least get a goal here, Eswatini? Have been struggling. Sure, a goal would be welcome. Eswatini. In the whole of the first half, Eswatini struggled to even go beyond the halfway line. Much better in the second half. They're getting moments where they're getting over the halfway line. As Mozambique come again. Good save by the goalkeeper, Luyanda Ndlovu. The goal scorer, Nyabanga. Charleston, 2 goals to his name. Cannot beat the goalkeeper from that angle. It was Nyabanga inside the penalty box, but he shot straight down at the goalkeeper, who made the right dive and kept it out. Corner kick it is. Valentin Pakame with the corner. Header! And the goalkeeper does well again, and the follow-up is good. And the new man gets Mozambique second. Christophe Machala. 72 minutes in. And Mozambique 2-0 to the good. The header saved well by the goalkeeper, but the follow-up by Christophe Machala, he could not stop it.
The scoreline now is Eswatini 0, Mozambique 2.
So confirmation of the score, Eswatini 0, Mozambique 2. That's the insurance goal they needed. Still on top of the log with 7 points from Group A. And they're pressing for more. Nyabanga. And the young Sislang all alone, deep in Mozambique half. And could not beat Diego Pelembe, who is taken over the captain's armband after Sitoe was substituted soon after half-time. Figueredo wide onto that far side. Happy to knock it around. Pascal Miambo involved there, as well as Vieira. Finding the hard running Mubai. Now they can afford smiles on that bench. Well, coming up to 75 minutes. Eswatini have got 15 minutes. As Mozambique comparing again, stays Jose with another cross into the box. And Yabanga can't latch onto it, but still keeping possession. Mubai. On the edge of the box there. Pakame. Nyabanga. The cross. Easily cut out by Sihlangu's Lindani Dlamini. Yeah, relentless attacking football from the young Mambas. 2 lapses in defense, deciding the fate of this game here. Another header! And Lazaro has got it. But the flag was up. Lazaro thought he had gotten his goal. The referee is checking with the video assistant referee. But in the meantime, we'll give you, this is what happened. Lazaro heading it. The flag was already up. Let's see after the checking with the video assistant referee. Our referee of the afternoon waiting for his counter, but the VAR, as he's checking if it's a goal for Lazaro. The video assistant referee, Brighton Chimene, and our match referee here, Godfrey Nkakananga. Anxiety gripping in, especially for Lazaro, who got the goal. Marcus praying to his football gods to allow his goal to stay. And they would have really wanted to extend their lead. Mozambique lead by 2-0. These things that we had only been seeing on TV now, VAR is on our shores, starting with this tournament here, the TOTALENERGIES Under-17 Africa Cup of Nations 2026 COSAFA qualifier. COSAFA really doing well, bringing VAR to our shores. Looking at all these faces, anxiety written all over. The referee still waiting for his counter, but Brighton Chimene inside the far room. Because the flag was up on the other side. So they're trying to see what happened. In the meantime, Mozambique preparing another change. Nelton Picado. beaten twice this afternoon. Luyanda Ndlovu, he had managed to repel most of the young Mamba's attacks, but the poison became too much for the young Sihlangu goalkeeper. Could not do much for the first goal by Charlson Nyabanga and the second by Christophe Machava. Here was the corner and that header. See from this angle again, the corner, but the flag was already up before he even scored. Goal check complete. It's a goal. So Marcos Lazaro's goal stands.
A goal for Mozambique. Marcos Lazaro, wearing jersey number 9.
So 3-0. Mozambique lead here. They've hit the right stride, the young Mambas. 80 minutes gone. Eswatini 0, Mozambique 3. This will be enough for Mozambique to book a berth in the semi-finals.
Substitution for Mozambique.
So the substitution is going to go on now.
Perez Vieira coming out wearing jersey number 2.
Vieira replaced by Picado.
Number 4, Nelton Pagado.
So Picado comes on.
The scoreline now is Mozambique
10 minutes to
Eswatini 0,
full time.
Mozambique 3.
10 minutes for Eswatini's misery to end. I'm sure they don't want to be hit for 5 like what we witnessed here. Madagascar going down to Angola. The confirmation of that substitution. Vieira making way for Picado. So free kick right there. Mozambique pushing more red shirts up top. Here's what happened. Lazaro chopped down by Lindani Dlamini. The hard-running Joaquim Mabai alongside Figueiredo, waiting for this standard situation. Brings it in. The header was good, but good block as well. But they are not done. Time slowly ticking away for young Sihlangu, who are still looking for their first goal at this tournament. So Charlson Nyabanga opened Mozambique's account against Zimbabwe on the first day, on the second day, on the first day, yeah, on the first day. And then they held Comoros to a goalless draw. They are very strong at the back, but the cutting edge was missing, especially in the first half. It's 2-2 at Ngoni Stadium in Norton. Comoros, they still need to do more. They need to beat Zimbabwe to allow themselves an opportunity to go through to to the semi-finals, they need all 3 points against Zimbabwe out there. Lesotho was beaten here. They never resisted. Now Eswatini also struggling here. And the Kingdom struggling at this tournament. A handball. Mozambique will gladly take it. Much better from Eswatini. Onto the near side. Oh, they break now with a pint-sized midfielder, Sam Kelly Sudube. He came as a second half substitute. He wanted a better ball there, Sam Kelly Sudube. Looking for a face saver, Eswatini. Actually, the first time that they've really camped in Mozambique's half. Nyabanga and Lazaro can combine there. Free entry for these group games. Remember, Angola already in the semi-finals from Group C. South Africa and Malawi neck and neck in Group B. But looks like Group A has been decided. Hopefully, there's a Houdini act that might happen. But as things are, it's Mozambique who will be going to the semi-finals. 38 goals prior to this game from the 12 matches, because today's games are the 13th and the 14th matches. And from today's games, the goals are now on 45. With 2 more matches again tomorrow at this stadium. Young Sesang struggled for fluency, struggled for the cutting edge. The midfield has been pedestrian. And Comoros have scored a third against Zimbabwe. Now neck and neck again with Mozambique. I'm sure they will use goals scored, a goal difference. And for the goals scored, Mozambique will still be on top because of their goal difference. They have got a superior goal difference. So they will go into the semi-finals if the situation is like this. 88 minutes gone. Nyabanga. Through ball into the box. Overhead kick, nicely done, but straight down to the goalkeeper. We'll see how many more minutes we're going to play after the referee's time added on. Sam Kelly Sudube push down and they will get a free kick. So the previous attempt, Figueiredo just skying his effort inside the penalty box. Eswatini 0, Mozambique 3. Our referee of the afternoon, hailing from Malawi, Godfrey Nkakananga. Well, there's a player injured. He's going to check if Mushe Maseko
Additional time, 4 minutes.
is okay. So 4 minutes. Edit. It's 90 minutes by our clock. Can Mozambique extend their lead in these 4 minutes? Or maybe you're going to see a face saver for Lesotho. Yeah, so Comoros and Mozambique, both of them on top of the log standings, neck and neck. Same goal difference for these two. So I'm sure it's going to go down to the number of goals scored to determine who goes through to the semi-finals. One minute of time added on played. Some Kelly Sudube causing a bit of problems in that final third. A shot from distance, and again Mozambique clearing the alliance. Eswatini have been beaten here.
Substitution for Eswatini.
More minutes left to play.
Jersey number 11, Senano Vilakati.
Vilakati will make way and will be replaced by Aloande Mkonta, also getting a taste of this tournament. This is their last game. So, yeah, he also needs just to have a feel. Oh, they've scored a fourth one. And that might just be it for Mozambique. This might be the one that will take them to the semi-finals. I'm sure he's in touch with some guys at Ngoni Stadium.
For Mozambique,
Marcos Lazaro with the second one.
the goal scorer. The scoreline now is Eswatini 0.
Let's take a look at what happened. It was flighted in, and Lazaro with the diving header. Another angle. Lazaro powering that header in. And Mozambique might just go through because of that goal. Remember, they were neck and neck with Comoros. Same goal difference. But that might just do it for the young Mambas. And that's the final whistle. What a finish Mozambique 4,
The match has ended
Eswatini 0.
at the Hart Stadium. The match has ended. Eswatini 0,
All the drama coming in the second half.
4.
All the action coming in the second half.
Wearing jersey number 10,
First half,
Nambanga for Mozambique.
Mozambique had struggled to break down Eswatini,
These are matches for tomorrow.
but came a very decisive
Here at Hart Stadium,
second half.
Zambia versus Madagascar. At 1300 hours,
They love it.
to be Angola versus Mauritius. Tomorrow, let's meet the
They
two
love it,
games.
and
Zambia
they are going to enjoy it. And I'm sure
Angola
this is the one
Mauritius.
that is going to take them to the semifinals.
Back to your hotels, back to your homes. Thank you so much for
Man of the match for this game,
the afternoon. Thank you.
Charlson Nyabanga of Mozambique. And he is going to receive his Man of the Match award from the proprietor of this stadium, the Hart Stadium owner, Prophet Walter Magaya. Man of the Match, Charlson Nyabanga. There he is, receiving his shield from Prophet Walter Magaya. He's the owner of this stadium. Really enjoying this, the young man. 2 goals in this tournament for him. 1 goal today. Hoping the scoring after 59 minutes. Then there was Christophe Machava with the second. Then a brace by Marcos Lazaro. Oh, they like it. It's nice to get through to the semi-finals, joining Angola. That's a victory dance right there for the Mozambicans. It'll be an interesting final 4. We're back again here tomorrow with some tantalizing matchups. We need to run through what happened in this game as Mozambique won by 4 goals to 0. So Comoro is still leading Zimbabwe by 3 goals to 2. Too bad for the hosts. But hey, jubilation time for Mozambique. Let's take a look at the highlights. Both teams, when they came through, pumped up, ready to rock and rock. Some of them they did. There's earlier opportunities for Eswatini, which was only, well, the only time they troubled Mozambique in a flat first half that ended goalless. Yeah, chances were there. Chances were there for Mozambique, but they failed to break down Eswatini in the first half. They tried, huffed and puffed, the young Mambas, but it was not to be in the first 45 minutes. Eswatini were there for the taking, but this was the second half action, and things changed in the second half. Mozambique a bit decisive, and they were duly rewarded. This was the time they got close, hitting the crossbar with the keeper well beaten. And then this moment here with our man of the match, Charlson Nyabanga, opening the scoring all alone inside the 6-yard box and bearing his effort with so much ease. A simple tap in. This is the one that opened the floodgates for the young Mambas. They needed something to spark their dominance. And here was another cut back, but they failed to hit the back of the net then. But more goals were to come. This corner here, and it was tucked in by Christophe Machava, the substitute. And then it was just one way. Machava off the bench in the 72nd minute, getting the second one for Mozambique. And then it became a Marcos Lazaro show. 2 headers they got. This goal was finally confirmed by VAR. Marcos Lazaro didn't know what had happened. So this is what's happening right now in the dressing rooms at the Hart Stadium, enjoying their qualification to the semi-finals, the young Mambas of Mozambique. And they're going to enjoy this all the way to tomorrow. It means a lot to them. Young powerhouse coming up in Southern Africa. So full-time stats, 80% ball possession for Mozambique. 17 attempts, 11 on target, 7 corner kicks. That's huge for the young Mambas. And winning this one by 4-0. Charlson Nyabanga, Christophe Machava, and a double from Marcos Lazaro. Thank you very much for joining us today. As we concluded Group A, we are back again tomorrow at 12, Zambia taking on Madagascar. And then later on at 3, Angola taking on Mauritius, the last group games. So until then, enjoy the Under-17 Total Africa Cup of Nations at the COSAFA qualifier for 2026 in Morocco. Thank you very much for joining us.